One of the top reasons why I stopped making content over 2 years ago is because it was really hard to make any type of makeup and beauty related content when I couldn't wear any makeup at all. What started as the occasional blotchiness that happened whenever I was extremely stressed and maybe even a little bit nervous quickly morphed into hives that were happening more and more frequently, and with each flare would spread all over my body. I also started to develop deep tissue swelling whenever I would have a flare. Even currently, it can be really hard making any type of makeup related content because something as simple as talking can trigger a full-on flare for me that takes hours, sometimes days to resolve. For years I suffered, and no doctor that I saw could give me any definitive answers as to why I was breaking out in hives. I tried a few different treatment options, none seemed to help though, and the doctors were kind of dumbfounded on what my next step was. I was almost ready to give up. That is until my new primary sent me to a new allergist. I was finally able to get some answers as to why I may be breaking out in hives all the time. He's testing me for a couple of different conditions that could be causing this, but in the meantime, I'm going to be starting injections every 4 weeks to help control my hives. Today I went in for my first set of injections, and while it may not seem like a big deal, it kind of is, because as somebody who suffers from agoraphobia, this isn't going to be an easy process for me. Not only is the clinic 40 minutes away, but because this is my first set of injections, after I receive it, I have to wait in the waiting room for up to 2 hours just in case I have an allergic reaction to it. I even have to carry around my own EpiPens. To say I was nervous is an understatement. With that said though, I got up, got myself ready, choked down some oatmeal so that way I wouldn't get lightheaded, desperately tried not to throw up said oatmeal because I was so nervous. Does anybody else hate that feeling that you just can't swallow your food because you're worried you're gonna throw up? Drove the 40 minutes to the clinic, checked in, and then received my first dose of medication. I didn't film where you get the injections just simply because I feel really awkward doing that, and I also feel like it's an invasion of privacy of the nurses who are doing the procedure, so I just didn't film it. But here I am waiting in the waiting room with my book, anxiously waiting to see if I have any reactions. Thankfully, I didn't have any reactions and only had to stay in the clinic for just over an hour. Because everything went so well, I ended up stopping at one of my favorite stores to treat myself to some donuts and cookies, had the best sandwich of my life, and ended up getting a cannoli to try for the very first time. I also did a little bit of shopping, and now that I'm home, I'm gonna lay down for a little bit. I'll keep you updated on how the injections are going and what my hives look like from here on out.